Hi, I'm Tim, and I'm like 6 hours on tape. Um, don't worry, my balls haven't dropped yet. Like, I'm just getting over a cold, so I sound like shit. But today it was amazing. My new birthday. I was born February 17th, 2001, and I was reborn June 6th, 2019 at 7 p.m. And it's just like a whole whirlwind. Like my head is spinning. I just got home like 20 minutes ago, and it's 1 in the morning. I have work at 9. Like, I have to get up for work. But I've never been more happy. Like, I've never been more excited for the future and like what it holds for me. And I've made this big step, and I spent the day with 2 of my closest friends, and I needed support and I got it. And I went out and we celebrated with sushi, and I spent the day like chilling and waiting, and I met people, and we're sitting in a Starbucks for like 2 hours just doodling and drinking coffee and talking and gossiping and watching people walk past. And I don't know, like, I don't even know what's going on, This all came by so quickly, but in a good way. And I spent like so much time, living in this fear that people aren't going to support me and be there for me, because of my household, I suppose, like being in a more traditional household. However, like today, I went to the Mazzoni Center in Philadelphia, and the environment there is so welcoming, and like like living where I do now, sometimes I feel like LGBT people feel a need to be like, hey guys, I'm LGBT, whoa, and I'm not for that. Like, I don't fuck with that. But down there, in an environment where there's like already so many like LGBT people just living and existing, like nobody gives a fuck. Like, everyone's just kind of walking around and doing their own thing, and I adored that because I didn't feel outed. I didn't feel weird walking down the street, dog. I didn't feel like I was different than anyone else. I was just like chilling. I didn't want to like, I've never wanted to like, just project that like my transness, towards people that annoys the shit out of me. But yeah, over there I just was like, wow, this is a thing that happened, and it was amazing and it was beautiful. And people were like, again, my doctor was like, well, happy birthday. And I was like, hello. And he's like, you are now reborn. And I was like, fuck, shit, it's different. Yeah, I'm like at a loss for words. Well, this is step 1. I have a long road to go down. I feel like I should like script these things. Like, I feel like I should kind of write down my thoughts before I say them, but at the same time, like, what's the point then, clout, I guess, but like, yeah, this is the first step of many. I got the injection. I didn't even feel it. I was just, well, there's a needle in my ass, and it was really funny. And I go back in 2 weeks to learn how to self-inject with 2 other friends of mine, and like, I'm like buzzing. It's hard to think about how I'm just paying for all of this out of my own pocket, and like my immediate family is struggling with it, and it's hard to remember that I'm not hurting anyone by existing when I have always felt that way. And right now I'm like beyond filled with joy and just serenity, kind of. I'm just like, you know, finally. But it's hard to remember that I'm not hurting anyone, because I kind of feel like I do. I feel like I'm hurting my family, and I feel like I'm ruining them, even though I know I'm not. And it's really tough. But you know what? Whatever. This is my voice. 6 hours on T. This is how I look. I don't feel like exposing myself too much, but I'm gonna take my own pictures for like self-growth. I'm skinny as fuck. I lost too much weight due to dysphoria, and I finally gained most of it. Not most of it. I gained like a small fraction of it back, but enough to be a healthy weight now, kind of. Like I'm like sitting around 90 something pounds. And in the beginning of the year I was like 72 pounds. And then like 3 years ago I was 180. So like it's a huge transition. I'm very excited for my body fat to redistribute the way I need it to, the way I want it to. So I'm more comfortable eating, and I need to remember to eat. I need to remember to enjoy food. And that food is fuel. Like I can't work if I don't eat, and I can't, you know, do anything if I don't eat. Right now, the next thing I gotta do is I gotta start budgeting for this shit, because I have to bring like, ouch my knee, sorry. I have to bring like 6 months worth of testosterone overseas, along with my syringes and needles. So that's gonna be like a little pricey for me. But you know what, I think I can afford it. I think I can do it if I work hard, and I do work hard. Take my placement tests for college. I nearly forgot about that. I am now on boy heroin. Let's just see where this takes me. I just want to thank my friends for being there for me, and my cousin, actually, she called me when I was in the train station on my way home, and she made me cry so hard, because she was like, yo, I saw your story, I saw you post your YouTube video, and I was like, I had to call this motherfucker right now. And I was like, shit, really? And I just love her so much, and it feels so good to have family that like is there for me and supports me. And yeah, we'll see where this takes me. I've been told that like I already kind of pass in the sense of like my confidence level and how I carry myself. It's like as soon as I open my mouth though, and like people notice my like weird little feminine mannerisms and tics, that I don't pass. So I wonder how quickly I'll actually pass. And y'all are gonna come with me through that shit. I think my next video after this though will be like a speed paint. Again, Emily Artful Style, I love her, I love that bitch. And you know, me drawing something so you can get a sense of like my artwork, and my process, and how I feel about art and what it means to me, and me talking about it, like over it. I need to start getting it like someone to make music for me for these videos, because I don't want to, you know, use royalty-free music. And I also want to like support like my local musicians, like my best friend Ryan, you know, Robert's Basement, On God. But yeah, let's just see where this huge first step, this huge fucking leap, let's just see where it takes me. And thank you so much for coming with me.